Hey y'all, today we are continuing on with the makeup declutter series. Before the video, I went ahead and did some swatches. I broke things down by different colors, and I am starting off with 88 lipsticks. So let's jump right into this makeup declutter. The first category we're going to be looking at today is my sheer lipstick. So these are sheer peachy pinks or more beigey tones. NARS Afterglow Lip Balm. This is in the shade Fast Lane. It's a sheer cool pink, and it's a shade that when you put it on the lips, it's just a very fresh, very kind of healthy and youthful color. I really like this, so I'm going to be hanging on to NARS Fast Lane. L'Oreal Color Reach Shine in the shade 904 Varnished Rosewood. This definitely has more of a pigment and base color to it than the NARS does. I really enjoy this cool kind of mauvey rosy color. I will be hanging on to this shade as well. Charlotte Tilbury Hyaluronic Happy Kiss Lip Balm, and this is in the shade Crystal Happy Kiss. This one goes on pretty much clear, but it does have a very slight pink tint to it. It is a similar depth of color as the NARS Fast Lane, but it's a little bit warmer. It adds just kind of like a nice freshness to this lips. It's almost like a no lipstick. It's just really beautiful, very hydrating formula. Only thing with this packaging is you can't twist up too much, because once it twists up, it does not twist back down. So I'm gonna hang on to this as well. Hermes Rosy Lip Perfector. This is the shade number 49 Rose Tan. It's a fascinating color that swatched, it looks more of like a slightly rosy brown. On the lips though, it translates quite warm. I don't know, there is nothing wrong with this color. This being an Hermes product, I believe this is around $94 or $95 here in Canada. So almost $100 tinted lip balm. If your lips are not in the most perfect condition, it just looks kind of unevenly pigmented. So I will not be repurchasing another one of these tinted lip balms, but I spent $100 on it, so I will be keeping it. L'Oreal, this is the Glow Paradise in number 130 Nude Heaven. This is a newer product I picked up while I was on vacation. I saw this at CVS. That is beautiful. This is about as warm as I generally like to go in lip products. And this is almost like a My Lips Fit Better, but you'll notice that is pretty much the theme of my entire lip collection. I really like this. Givenchy Rosy Lip Perfector. The shade number is number 102. Another cool tone pink, but it has a touch more of a berry or a red undertone, almost like the perfect in-between color of the L'Oreal Varnished Rosewood and the NARS Fast Lane. If I keep this and the Charlotte Tilbury, I don't need the L'Oreal or the NARS, because the NARS, as it's drying down, is looking a little bit more Barbie pink than I go for. I will declutter the NARS Fast Lane Afterglow Lip Balm and the L'Oreal Varnished Rosewood. Both are beautiful formulas. I just have too many products, so I'll declutter too. Rouge G by Guerlain. This is a limited edition product that was in their spring 2021 collection. It's a little case and has a flip up mirror. The lip color is quite beautiful. Mine is looking very grubby because I reached for this a lot off camera. A warmer, almost coral pink. It has a little bit more of a rosy kind of coral undertone compared to some of these cooler blue-based pinks. I really love this. I will not be parting with this. I don't mention it on camera because it was limited edition. It is now gone. Absolutely hanging on to this. Westman Atelier Squeaky Clean Lip Balm. This is in the shade Garçon. I really love this. You can see it's very sheer. It is more of a kind of mauvey rosy tone. It has a little bit more of a brown base to it compared to some of these, and it's also a fraction more on the neutral versus cool side. Really love this. This formula is great. I will be keeping this. Tinted Lip Fuels by Kosas. This is in the shade Flow. This was very much an impulse purchase for me. I saw it on Sephora one day and I decided I wanted it, so I ordered it. It's pretty. It's a warm, rosy brown shade. I don't really like how it looks on my lips. It has this mintiness to it that I can find a little irritating, so I don't reach for it at all. I will be decluttering this Kosas. I have a mini NARS Afterglow lip balm. This is in the shade Laguna. This was part of the Sephora birthday gift for 2021, I believe. There's nothing wrong with it. It is a warm golden brown color. I don't like it on myself. It's beautiful on the right person. For me, it's just, it kind of mutes out my coloring and just makes me look a little lifeless. So I will be decluttering this as well. NARS lipstick in the shade Cruising. This is a color I've been through 2 or 3 tubes over the years. This is a brand new one. I picked this up back in January when I got back to Canada from my vacation because I needed to buy something online so I could get the birthday gift. So I'm like, why not? This is a nice kind of beigey, rosy pink. I love it. This is one of my favorite colors to use when I'm going to go for like a really dark smoky eye because it's a nice nude understated color, but it's not a flat nude that can make my skin kind of look washed out or dead. So I will be hanging on to NARS Cruising. Chanel Rouge Cocoa Flash in the shade number 54 Boy. This is a product I like. I just wish it wasn't called Boy. Before they were called the Cocoa Rouge Flash, they were called the Cocoa Rouge Shine. There was a shade also called Boy, which was kind of like my perfect, my lips but better color. It was just the most fresh, beautiful color on my skin tone. So when that was discontinued and they brought this back, I bought this and I'm like, this is almost like a taupey, pinky beige. And it looks very, very similar, a little bit warmer than the NARS Cruising. I don't know. When this runs out, I don't know if I will be repurchasing it just because the color, it's nice, not my favorite, and I now know I can get a similar effect with NARS Cruising. I'm gonna hang on to it because mine's almost finished, so it will be in an empties video, I feel like, in the next couple months. A lip stain from the brand Wake Make. Wake Make is a K-beauty brand. This is in the shade number 08 Tender Mauve. It's a really, really beautiful color. It is warmer than what I normally go for. That means this is not a shade I reach for a ton. When I do my next round of decluttering later on in the year, this might be a shade I end up decluttering because realistically I'm not going to wear it, but I'm working on my personal color videos for the 12 seasons. This will be great for one of those videos, so I'm going to hang on to it for that purpose. This is by the brand Hints. I tried these out for the first time when I was on vacation. This formula is stunning and I love it to the point where I now own 3 shades. This is my newest one. This is 06 In Depth. It's not my favorite color. It's a little bit more of a warm peachy beige than I go for. I can make it work with the liner with the right look. Of the 3 shades I own, this is my least favorite. That being said, I'm definitely keeping this because I love this formula so much. It feels weightless on the lips. It gives you a shine. The shine does dry down. It leaves a stain that lasts on the lips all day, and it's just really beautiful. Of my sheer lip colors, I am keeping 10, decluttering 4. Cool Nudes, and I have 19 of these. So let's crack into these. The Revlon Super Lustrous Shine in 007 Glazed Mauve. That's pretty. Very purple. This is a maybe. I might declutter this. Lisa Eldridge Luxuriously Lucent Lipstick in the shade Painterly. This is more of a brownie red, where this is more of like a purpley tone, but I like this better. This is newer, and I love this formula. I can declutter this one for sure. So keeping Lisa Eldridge Painterly, decluttering Revlon. Also from Lisa Eldridge, I have another Luxuriously Lucent lipstick. This is the shade Rose Official. This is such a beautiful, cool, rosy pink. Both of these shades look more intense swatched here, but on the lips they are the most beautiful sheer wash of color. I love both of these colors, and this formula is such a standout. Gucci, I believe this is the Rouge Debut Eclat lipstick. 214 Call It a Day. Really, really pretty. I love this. Definitely keeping it. crushed lip color from Bobbi Brown. This is in the shade Blue Raspberry, another one of my all-time favorite lip colors. Probably very similar to some of the other colors we've already swatched. And it's beautiful. It is still a warm, kind of subtle berry tone, a little bit more neutral than some of the other ones we've looked at, but it's another My Lips But Better color I really love. Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon. This is in shade number 15, Lead the Way. That's really pretty. A little bit more matte than some of the other ones I've kept. It's more of like a satiny matte. Very similar shade though to the Bobbi Brown. A little bit more of a base pigment, a little bit cooler, more blue pink, and it's drugstore. I'm keeping it. MAC Love Me lipstick. This is a beautiful formula. The Love Me formula came out right before I left MAC, and this was a shade that I had when I worked at MAC. I bought it when they launched. I ran through it, repurchased, so this is my second tube. This is in the shade Laissez-Faire. Beautiful, cool pink nude, a little bit more of a gray, slightly lavendery undertone. It is so beautiful. Such an easy color for me to wear when I want something with color but understated. Hanging on to this one for sure. Pat McGrath Lab Liquid Lust Legendary Wear Matte Lipstick in the shade Divine Nude. It's very pretty. It's almost more of a purpley, gray, dusty rose type of color. On my lips though, I feel like it pulls warm, but now seeing it swatched here, I really like the color. And all of my other Pat McGrath lip products other than a gloss and then 2 lip pencils I've decluttered. I'm gonna give this one another shot because I really wanna love this color because I think it's beautiful and the formula is really nice. Revlon Color Stay Satin Ink. This is in the shade 007 Partner in Crime. That's very pretty. Very pretty. I can't remember anything about the formula. I don't know if I've actually worn it or not, so I think I need to keep it. 3CE or 3 Concept Eyes. This is a velvet lip tint. 3CE is a K-beauty brand, and this is in the shade Cashmere Nude. Swatched, Cashmere Nude looks a lot more intense than it is in person. You can build it up to this level, but I find it takes about 3 layers, like heavily applied on the lips. It is quite sheer. Blend it out. So there you go. It's got a soft kind of My Lips But Better, but a little bit more saturated color to it. It dries down to like a velvety formula. Imagine the Lisa Eldridge velvet lip color formula, but thinner and even more comfortable on the lips. I really love this. I love this color. I'm keeping this. A Nude Fixing Tint. This is in the shade 08 Dusty Beige. It's absolutely beautiful. Another one you can kind of see here as it's spread out. It is a thinner lip tint. It does not come off the lips. You can wear it under a mask, no transfer. If you don't prep your lips well underneath and then give it a moment to kind of dry down before you apply, this can feel a little drying on the lips, but apply a lip balm, let it soak, blot away the excess. This formula is stunning. I love it. I want more shades. Liquid Mood Glow from Hints. This is in the shade 06 Alluring. This was the first shade I tried from Hints. It's pretty much perfect. You can see how beautiful this is. It's a subtle, sheer, rosy pink color. It feels like a transparent veil of color on the lips. It is one of the most comfortable lip formulas I've tried. It's almost like you don't have anything on, but it's just enhancing in a most really beautiful veil of color. Also from Hints, I have a Liquid Mood Matte. This is in the shade Allure Mint. I have not played with this formula as much just because I don't generally reach for mattes, but this is almost like a nice velvety matte. Definitely more of a base color than really anything else we've looked at. I feel like something like this and the 3CE will make a nice gradient lip. I'm hanging on to this one as well. These are by Ramond, and this is the Juicy Lasting Tint. Have shade number 06 Fig. Just the most luxe, beautiful, rosy, slightly reddish color. This is quite built up. It is very sheer, but as you see, you can build it up. I love this color. No chance I would part with this. Number 19, which is Almond Rose. This was the first shade of the Juicy Lasting tint I picked up. A little bit darker and more brown, more muted compared to Fig Fig. It is a really lovely shade. Keeping that. Number 24, Peeling Angdu. Angdu? I don't know how you say that. Hopefully it's close enough. Number 24. Really, really beautiful. This is almost like Fig Fig with a touch more clarity. I love this. It's another shade I really love for creating a gradient lip look. This one in number 25, Bear Grape, is my favorite. It's perfection in a lip color. Little pink, little mauve, little kind of purpley, and when worn as a sheer stain on the lips, it is perfect. I love this color so much. So hanging on to all four of those. And of my cool tone nude lip colors, I am keeping 18 and decluttering 1. Neutral nude colors. Rimmel Lasting Finish Lipstick in the shade 08. It's a pretty color. I can sheer it down, but as it is, it's not my favorite. It's a beautiful kind of neutral, leaning cool, kind of nudie, rosy color. It's just, I don't know. The formula's nice. Everything about this lipstick is nice. It's just not my favorite. I can safely declutter this. Fillable Rouge Lipsticks by Dior. This is in shade number 505, Sensual, and this is one of their matte formulas. It's a pretty color. It's not one of my favorite colors. I love the formula. I love the texture. I like that it has more of this neutral, slightly warm, kind of rosy oranginess to it because it's quite unique. And I feel like if I declutter it, I would miss it. So I'm going to hang on to the Dior MAC Creme Sheen Lipstick. This is the shade Peach Blossom. This is a beautiful, neutral, leaning, warm, kind of peachy pink color. When I worked at MAC, this was one of my favorite things to wear along with Groundwork Pro Longwear Paint Pot on my eyes. So mostly for nostalgia, I'll hang on to the MAC Peach Blossom lipstick. We have a Natasha Denona I Need a Nude lipstick. This is in the shade 21P Saba. I wanted to pick up one of these Natasha Denona I Need a Nude lipsticks for the longest time, but none of the shades really worked for me. And then I saw Maria from Nightstar Beauty use this on her channel. It looked beautiful on her. So I ordered it. Something about the color I'm not crazy about. I have a friend who I think will love this, so I will declutter the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude lipstick. Beautiful formula, just the color isn't my favorite. We have a drugstore classic. This is the Maybelline Color Sensational in number 235, Warm Me Up. Beautiful, neutral, leaning, cool, rosy, nudie color. I love this. It's a drugstore classic for a reason. I'm hanging on to this without a doubt. We have a Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick in the shade number 420 Blushed. Similar tone as the Maybelline Warm Me Up, but a little bit warmer and so beautiful. I'm keeping that. Bobbi Brown Crushed Lipstick. This is the shade Blondie Pink. Really, really pretty. Neutral with a pop of a blue pink undertone. It's a lovely lipstick all around. I think a lot of people would really enjoy it. So hanging on to this one. We have another Revlon Super Lustrous. This is the shade 760 Desert Escape. I'm gonna put this one down here. This is a much deeper kind of plummy brown. The formula is great. Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick is one of the best lipstick formulas, not only at the drugstore, but in general. The color is just really, really off for me. I will be decluttering this one. Fenty Beauty Slip Shine Lipstick. I believe this is in the shade 06 Retro Rose. Another grubby lipstick, one I reach for quite a bit. This has more of a warm, rosy tone to it. It has a little bit of a shimmer. It's quite a fun lip color. I reach for this a lot in the summer. Really, really like it. I will be hanging on to this one. Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution Lipstick in the shade Pillow Talk. This is a beautiful classic color. I don't even know how many of these I've been through now. This has to be my third or fourth tube. I really, really love this color, but I'm finding in the last couple months, like 2-3 months, I don't reach for this really anymore. I've got some of these shades down here which I like better. They have a little bit more of a brightness to it, which really kind of makes me happy. But if I decluttered this, I would regret it every single day. I'm keeping my Pillow Talk Lisa Eldridge Velvet Lip Color in the shade Velvet Muse. Very similar tone to Pillow Talk, a little bit deeper. It has a little bit more of almost like a rusty rose tone in it, which means it's not pulling too blue or too warm. I really like it. I just don't reach for my Lisa Eldridge Velvets very often. I'm going to hang on to it because it is newer in my collection, and I want to try creating a gradient with this and Pillow Talk. Also from Lisa Eldridge, I have a luxuriously lucent lip color. This is in the shade Spirited Away. It's beautiful. It's pretty much one of the most perfect lip colors I own. I feel like if I could only keep one Lisa Eldridge lipstick, it would be Spirited Away. It is just everything I love about a lip color in one place. This is perfection. I have a YSL Rouge Volupte Shine. This is a sample I was given when I worked at Nordstrom. This is in number 47. I believe 47 is called Beige Blouse. Could be mistaken. 47 Rouge Volupte Shine, YSL. I'm gonna declutter it. Laura Geller Marbled Lipstick in the shade Al Fresco. Really lovely color, lovely formula. Very on par with some of the other shades I have down here, but my only Laura Geller lip product, and I love that it has a touch more of a brown to it. Definitely keeping this one. I'm Meme. This is a mystery lip tint, and this is in the shade, I believe it's called like Blurry Berry or something. I'll have it listed in the description box down below. Very, very pretty shade. This shears out really, really well. It's like a velvet matte mousse on the lips. It's really, really, really lovely. And I'm hanging on to it. Armani Lip Maestro in the shade 522 Pink. One of my girlfriends decluttered this last year and passed it on to me, and I was like, oh, I haven't tried that formula. I'll take it. And I just don't like the color. It's a color that pulls kind of weird on me. It almost pulls like a weird orangey brown with a hint of pink to it on the lips. I'm just not obsessed, so I'm gonna declutter it. Peri Para Ink Velvet Tint in 17 Rosy Nude. Peri Para is another K-Beauty brand, and their lip formula, like most other K-Beauty brands I've tried, dries down to a nice matte velvety finish. Doesn't feel drying, lasts really well. Colors have a surprising amount of saturation, but they can be sheared down to create a really beautiful wash of color. Hanging on to this. Romand Juicy Lasting Tint. This is the shade 07 Jujube. It's beautiful. It's a nice neutral reddy color that can be sheared down. I love it. And it's beautiful. I love it. I'm keeping it. I kept my MAC Creme Sheen in Peach Blossom and then the Rouge Dior in 505 Sensual off to the side. Just something about these, I don't know. I feel like I can throw away the MAC lipstick because this is at least 3-4 years old, so I need to throw that away. The Dior, it's a unique color. It has a little bit more warmth to it. After I swatch my warm nudes, I will reassess this color. It's not one of my favorite colors. It's just kind of bleh on me. So on the chopping block, but not certain where it's gonna go yet. I am keeping 11. I am decluttering 5. I throw away 1, and I have 1 that's a maybe. I can't remember if I just said my neutral nudes. I had 18 or 23. I had 18, and I have 23 warm nudes. I have a YSL Slim Sheer Matte in the shade 102. That's pretty. Warmer rosy pink, quite a strong scent, but pretty. I think I'll keep that one. Revlon 683 Demure Super Lustrous Formula. Well, that's pretty much a bright peachy coral. I might hang on to this to do a video with. I might declutter it. I'm not sure right now. That's a maybe. Hourglass Fashion Lipstick. This is in the shade I Woke Up. A little bit more of a neutral to warm kind of rosy mauvey tone. I do like this. I like to shear it out, but I don't know. It's just another one of those Hourglass products. I'm just like, why are you so expensive? Because this is all the lipstick you get. So this is your lipstick. YSL Rouge Pure Couture lipstick in number 70. So it's a neutral leaning warm rosy pink. I have no feelings for this. I'm gonna declutter this. Bobbi Brown Crushed lipstick. This is in Sazin Nude. I'm gonna hang on to this one for now. This YSL is looking really patchy, and I'm starting to remember why I didn't like it after I wore it once. I'm gonna declutter this other YSL Slim Sheer Matte. Revlon 637 Blushing Nude in the Super Lustrous. See, really pretty, warmer, rosy nude. I love that. But it has enough warmth to where I really don't need demure. I'm gonna keep the blushing nude for sure. I'm gonna hang on to demure for the video, and I'll probably declutter it after the video. You know what? I'm moving this Hourglass, and I woke up over to my maybes. Burt's Bee lipstick in the shade 105 Blush Basin. I don't know. This is starting to smell like clay. It's one of those formulas that isn't really like stand out. It's kind of dry. I don't know, just from when I got it, I didn't love it. Another warm kind of pinky nude. It really doesn't do anything for me. I don't think it's supposed to smell like clay. I feel like it's ready to be tossed, so I'm gonna throw this one away. L'Oreal Age Perfect lipstick. This is in 102 Bright Mocha. It's just it's a color that has a decent formula. I'm just not crazy about the color or the formula, and I'm decluttering it. NYX Round Matte Lipstick. This is in Euro Trash. This smells kind of off, which makes sense. I've had this for a while. It's a good one. This was my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk dupe before I ever got Pillow Talk. It's a really nice one. I find this formula just turns really waxy after a while. I mean, they're quite inexpensive, so you can get away with it, but I feel like this is just something I need to throw away because it smells slightly off. It's still very creamy, but that smell and the size of my collection, I don't want to gamble with it, so I'm going to just go ahead and trash the NYX Euro Trash. If you want to try Pillow Talk though, and you don't want to spend Charlotte Tilbury price, the NYX lipstick in Euro Trash is really, really nice. Lisa Eldridge Velvet Lipstick in Velvet Fawn. It is a warmer, this is like a warm kind of brownie rosy nude color. It's my most recent Lisa Eldridge lipstick, and it's just a color that it's nice. I wish I was able to swatch it before I bought it, because if I would have swatched this before I bought it, I wouldn't have bought it, but I have it. I paid duties for it. I'm keeping it. And while we're talking about wishing I swatched first, this is my very first Lisa Eldridge. This is her Luxuriously Lucent lipstick in the shade Kitten Mischief. It's a really pretty, warmer pink. It has a little bit of like a caramel undertone to it. And it's nice on my lips though. It pulls really warm. I'm not overly obsessed with it. I wouldn't buy it again, but Lisa Eldridge, paid duties, very pricey. I'm gonna hang on to it for now. Or I'll give it to a friend, I'm not sure. This is the Hermes product that started my love with the brand, and the only product from the brand I've really, really loved. This was from the Fall Winter 2020 collection. This is in the shade Rose Ombre. This is their satin formula. Very, very similar to Kitten Mischief, but it's slightly desaturated, has a little bit more of a brown base. On the lips, it is like the perfect My Lips but better color. It's limited edition. It's now long gone. You can't get it anymore. I love it. I reach for it. Will not part with this, but I'm moving it more towards my archive / daily personal use because I can't talk about it on my channel because you can't get it. But if this ever comes back or you can somehow source one, this is one of the best lipstick colors I've ever tried, and that is Rose Ombre from Fall Winter 2020 from Hermes satin formula. Gucci satin lipstick. I love the really beautiful, almost Art Deco packaging. This is in the shade 200 Blaze of Noon. Strangely similar to the Lisa Eldridge. Once again, slightly more muted, almost between Lisa Eldridge and Hermes. I do like this. I'm hanging on to this. This was a little free gift with purchase from Sephora. This is the Rare Beauty. I believe this is like a tinted lip balm in Dewy Lip Balm in the shade Thankful. It's like a warm toffee brownie color. I don't like it. I'm gonna declutter it. Rouge Dior This is number 219 Rose Montang, and it is a warmer, slightly corally color. It's beautiful. I love it. I will not even think about parting with it. Hanging on to this for sure. We have a Shiseido Modern Matte Lipstick. This is 506 Disrobed. More of a neutral to warm rosy brown. It's very similar to Velvet Fawn from Lisa Eldridge. A little bit touch more coolness, a little bit more moody. I like this formula a little bit more than I do the Velvet formula. I don't know though, because none of my girlfriends really wear these types of nudes other than me. So I don't know, I'm gonna hang on to both. Another shamefully grubby lipstick. This is from L'Oreal. This is one of their Color Riche lipsticks in the shade 008 Ferris Nude. I've been through way too many of these over the years. I've had a few of them melt in bags over the years, melt in cars when they were left there. This has just always been a very reliable nude lipstick. It has some warmth. It's neutral, but it leans a touch more on the warm side. And just for memory's sake, I can't bring myself to part with it. So I'm hanging on to my L'Oreal Color Riche and Ferris Nude. I feel like this was discontinued, but I love it. This is the L'Oreal like Ultra HD lip color. I believe this is in shade 710 HD Desert. Really beautiful, rosy, brown touch of warmth, shiny finish. Still has that kind of gumball smell to it, which I don't know, I like. I like this. I feel like it's discontinued. If it has been discontinued, I'll move it into my kind of personal off-camera collection. We have a Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. This is in number 65 Seductress. This is almost like a rosy terracotta. This is almost like a rosy terracotta liquid matte lipstick. I find this does feel dry on the lips after the while, especially when you compare it to something like some of the K-Beauty lip formulas. It's just, I don't like it. It makes me look kind of washed out. So decluttering this one. We have a Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Color, and this is in the shade 630 Seduction. I remember when this formula first came out, I had this color. I wanted to love it, but I didn't know why I didn't love it. Then last year I repurchased it, loved the formula, but I'm like, I don't love this. And it's because it's almost like a peachy, pinky terracotta pop color. It just does not work on me very well. I will declutter this one as well. Bobbi Brown Crushed Liquid Lip Color. This is in Juicy Date. Really beautiful, warm, rosy tone. It's got a little bit of a brightness, but it's not too bright. It has a little bit more of a kind of muted warmth to it, which makes me really like it. I love how comfortable this formula is on the lips. It's feeling very similar to other things, but I want to keep it because I like it. A Nude Fixing Tint. This is in the shade 05 Midnight Mauve. I don't quite get mauve in the title because it's pretty much like especially when you shear it out, it just feels very warm pinky red. I do like this. I love this formula. I just wish it wasn't as warm. I do have the shade Dusty Beige 08, which I love. I want a friend of mine to experience this formula, so I'm gonna actually pass on this Nude Fixing Tint to her. E by Vanilla. I believe this is like their Velvet Blurred Lip Veil. This is the shade PK01 Rosy Champagne. It's a nice formula, just the color isn't quite it. It feels very kind of fluorescent when I apply it. And I have a friend who loves these colors. I'm going to pass this on to a friend as well. Ramond, this is the Zero Velvet Tint in the shade 16 Bernie Nude. I'll swatch this right here. More of a warm red, but it does have that ability to be sheared down. This is one of the most comfortable liquid matte formulas I've tried, and even though it's not my ideal shade, I do really like it. I will be keeping this. I'm gonna part with the Hourglass. I feel like I can pass on Saz and Nude to a friend. And for my seasonal video, I'm gonna hang on to the Demure by Revlon. Also, looking at these colors, I wanna compare the Dior Sensual Matte Lipstick. So this does have a little bit of that warmer aspect to it. It's almost like a nice in-between tone for the Lisa Eldridge Velvet Fun and the Shiseido. I just don't love this color. You know what? I'm gonna pass my Dior Sensual Matte on. Decluttering 11, saving 1 for a video, throwing away 2, and I'm keeping 11, which 2 of those are archived, which means I'm keeping 11 of the 23 warm nudes I started off with. These are what I like to call my bold, I'm probably never gonna wear them colors, but I have them. So let's jump into the more pinky colors with this NYX Lip Lingerie XXL. This is in the shade Pushed Up. Looks like this. It is a berry mauve color. It's almost too cool for my skin. You can see I'm looking kind of like blue-gray around this color where it's almost like draining the color from my skin. This can go. I have a YSL. This is, I think it's the water tint, and this is in shade 606 Rosewood. This might just need to be tossed. I bought this when it launched, which, you know, that's been a few years. I had a moment where it's the only thing I wanted to wear. It still smells like peach schnapps, which is kind of how it smelled when I got it. I don't know. I'm not ready to say goodbye to this. It's a maybe because I feel like I have something else that's gonna be very similar. So I'm gonna compare it. So let's look at that now. This is from Clio, which Clio is another K-beauty brand. I don't know what this formula is called, but the shade is 09 Evening Pale. And I'm just gonna try patting it out a bit because a lot of these K-beauty lip formulas, they do have a little bit more of a punch to it, but as they kind of spread out, they shear down. You know what? I feel like they're different enough to keep both. We have another lip stain product. This is from 3CEs or 3 Concept Eyes, and this is another K-beauty brand. This is called Double Wind. One of my favorite shades. You can see just how sheer it goes on. It gives the most beautiful, cool berry color to the lips. I love this. I'm keeping this. It's very similar to the YSL though, but the pigmentation's more even than the YSL. It's also less expensive than the YSL, and the YSL is older. You know what? I'm gonna throw away the YSL. I've had it for too long. It just needs to be thrown away. I have a Burt's Bees tinted lip balm. This is in the shade Rose. Pretty. It's like a warm, ready pink. I just don't reach for it. I don't love it. It still smells kind of like bubble gum, like so many of these tinted lip balm products do. I have no strong attachment. I'm gonna declutter it. Let's get back to our Lisa Eldridge Velvet Blushed Lightly. Way more color. Closest thing would be something like that NYX Pushed Up, but this clearly has a lot more purple, where this is more of like a blue pinky rose color. A lot more wearable, and you get a similar effect on the lips compared to something like this. I'm not very prone to wear either one, but I'm gonna hang on to the Lisa Eldridge. I have the Maybelline Color Sensational. This is 565 Almond Rose. Ooh. Slightly brighter. You know what? This could work as a passable dupe for Lisa Eldridge Velvet Blush Lightly. It's a little bit more bright and blue, where this is a little bit more muted. For Maybelline versus Lisa Eldridge, definitely of a better price point, and it's more accessible to more people where you have to order these online. I don't need both. I don't really wear either. I have a friend who can use the Maybelline. I'm gonna keep the Lisa Eldridge. Ramond Blur Fudge Tint. This is in shade 06 Mauvish. Very, very similar tone to Lisa Eldridge and the Maybelline, but it's sheer, and it's very, very odd because it's called the Blur Fudge Tint. The feeling does have that kind of same slip feeling that melted fudge would have. It's just really beautiful. I'm getting rid of this one, keeping this one. Part of me feels like I just need to pass this on to a friend who can wear it. but I don't know. I haven't passed any other Lisa Eldridge lipsticks on. Oh, that's a maybe. I might pass that on. Lisa Eldridge is going to the chopping block for maybe. Also from Ramond, I have a Dewy Full Water Tint. This is in shade 06 Tullian? Don't know how to say that. Very, very bright pink. Workable though, especially if layered over a paler nude, something like NARS Cruising, you can make it work really well. I love this formula. I'm gonna keep it because the formula is just that good. And then I have the Etude Times Music Tiger. This is the Tiger Energy Collection. This is the Jelly Dew Water Tint. And this is 02 Sleepy Tiger. I did a dedicated blog post to these the other day. Look at this color. It's red, it's berry, it's pink, it's sheer, it builds up. You can make it anything you want it to be. Like this color, it's like, it's just there to be experimented with and to be loved. And I love it. And look at the tiger. Like in that blog post, I have no idea if my excitement came through, but I just cannot get over how cute the little kitty is. I love it. I'm keeping this. Even like after this collection's gone, because it is a limited edition collection, I will keep this and I will use it. And I will use every single drop of it. And it's just perfect. All right, now we're getting to the section where I could probably get rid of most of these, but we'll see. Ramond Juicy Lasting Lip Tint. This is in shade number 11, Pink Pumpkin. This is a warm, corally, orangey, pinky red color. I have tried it. It is sheer. You can make it a very sheer stain on the lips. For me though, this color just pulls way too warm for me on the lips, and it just looks like it's sitting on top of my lips versus me wearing it. Although it does have a really beautiful orangey base to it. I'm just thinking, I have this Revlon Demure sitting to the side, and between the two, I prefer the Ramond formula over Revlon. I'll hang on to the Ramond for a video where I need this type of color and I can declutter the Revlon. This is a newer lipstick to my collection. This is Etude, I believe. Yes, this is an Etude lipstick. This is the Nude Matte lipstick formula. This is shade 08 Cold Brew. And I bought this because on their website they classify things by like undertone. So this is called a gray pink and it is for Cool Summer Mute. And you know, on my lips I feel like it does pull a little warm, but I don't apply a lot. Here it has a nice kind of beautiful purpley red tone. I don't wear red, but I feel like I need a red on hand for what I do. I'm gonna hang on to this. It's just so pretty. I love this. I'm hanging on to it. This is a deluxe sample of a Givenchy lipstick. This is in shade 333 or 1C11. I don't know. It is a classic kind of blue-based oxblood red. Stunning color. I don't do well with red. For videos, I will choose something that is not a true red to create the effect of red. This is just, it's not for me. I'm going to declutter this. I have a mini Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution lipstick. This is in Walk of No Shame. A little bit more of a red I would go for. It is a burgundy red, slightly muted, dingy undertone, but I prefer the Etude. I like the formula better. I like its buildability. I like the sheerness. So I'm going to keep Etude, pass on Charlotte Tilbury. This is from the brand I'm Meme. This is an Atelier drawing lipstick. The shade is 07 Cozy, I believe. Yes, 07 Cozy. Beautiful color, beautiful formula, but it's pretty much like a vibrant peachy coral shade. It's a similar effect and feeling as the Ramond Pink Pumpkin. I love the Ramond formula so much. I'm gonna pass this on to a friend. And then last but not least, my precious little baby. This is from Hints. This is a Liquid Mood Glow. This is shade 01 Primal. This is what inspired me to play with more red shades because you apply it, it looks like a burgundy red, but when you sheer it out, it is like living your best Jane Austen, Pride, Prejudice, Sensibility. You ate berries under a tree reading a book with your love interest. It's just beautiful. Only thing better is if like this was named Mr. Darcy. It is just so beautiful. I can't imagine not being with this color in my collection. Like, between this and the Etude, actually, you know what, never mind, scrap that thought. I need all the colors I'm keeping. Keeping all of my K-Beauty lip goodies. I'm going to throw away my YSL just because this has to be like 4 years old now. I feel like I could part with my Lisa Eldridge. I could give it to a friend so my friend could experience this. I don't know. I'm going to hang on to it for now. I'll do a blog post, take some pictures of it, and who knows, my next go around of decluttering, I might declutter this one. Starting off with 88 lipsticks, decluttering 29, and I threw away a handful, and then I have one that's a maybe. So better than expected, much better than expected. I've decided I'm gonna start doing the declutter series semi-annually, so we'll have 2 full rounds of decluttering twice a year. So who knows what will go next time. Thank you all so much for spending your time with me today. I know these declutters are long. I try to make them as speedy as possible when I'm editing, but thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I will see you all on the next video. Bye, y'all.